Hello, Daniel. How you doing, buddy?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good, buddy. How did you come about this room?
Man, I listen to you often. I actually I don't get on Twitter too much. I listen to you through YouTube, but I've been looking into Bitcoin since 2020. And unfortunately, at the beginning I was like most. I was like, well, this is way too expensive for me. And I seen somebody making money off this Dogecoin thing, and I started dabbling, just dabbling, $60 here, $60 there. Like, I'm on my work break now, but I'll tell you what I have learned is that just studying Bitcoin, I realized that there's a huge opportunity here, and I've never been able to put so much money away in my life. I got 3 kids, and they all think I'm crazy. Everybody I come across, I remember when I was telling people about Solana and Cardano, and now never. I don't mention that stuff at all. It doesn't mean I don't have any of it, but I realize the opportunity lies in Bitcoin. And man, I've never been so close to having a down payment for a home. So I DCA every other week. I get paid, take at least 10% of my paychecks and just throw it in there. And I try to educate everybody, my family, my parents, and it's a little frustrating, but I realize, like Michael Saylor said, everybody gets Bitcoin at the price they deserve. And I eat up this content. Like, I spend luckily I work with my family, so I'm listening to you guys all day long. This has helped me more than anything in my life. And the opportunity is right there for everybody to grab. And when I hear people say, nothing against James, but like, I'm broke, and you're not making the effort. You're not making enough effort, because we all pull up to the gas station and spend 20, $50 here on BS. And if you take this serious, you can change your life. I appreciate you bringing me on here to speak my mind. But it's all doing your research. Do some research, man. Just like the politics, it's baffling to me. I'll listen to 4 hours of congressional hearings, and all they do is try to spend money and spend money on BS. Like, what about us? You know what I mean? And we actually have a weapon to fight back right now, and just nobody's paying attention. I go to a restaurant. I heard you say this before, because the same thing has happened to me. I go there and I look at everybody and I'm like, these people have no idea what the is going on. It's crazy. And I try to educate people, and, like, more people started paying attention to what I was saying when the ETFs got approved. But man, like, it's not too late. It's this is just beginning. Like you say all the time, like, institutions haven't even began to come in here yet. And man, it's surreal. It's exciting. I tell people, like, this is as powerful as electricity. You know, the technology is sound. And the opportunity is crazy. It's crazy, man.
Yeah. Hey, dude, I am so glad you came on the show. I mean, this is something that I think Bitcoin's right now priced at 58,641, and I maintain there isn't a penny, not one freaking penny, dude, that anyone, including the smartest people on Wall Street, have implied in the value of Bitcoin that puts you in a room with me.
Right.
Not a chance, dude.
Right.
What city are you in right now?
I'm in Fort Lauderdale. I'm like, man. I remember when you said you offered a guy $125K to come work with you. My family. What? Are you insane? You know what I mean? Like, that opportunity, I would do anything for something like that. But it's just, people just need to pay attention to what's happening. And yes, this is crazy. I can't even believe I'm speaking to you right now. It's an honor.
What do you do for a living, man? It's an honor for me to talk to you, dude.
I manage the production for my sister and her husband's factory. They have a ice cream factory,
Oh,
and
cool.
I manage the production there, and I have a team, and I do
Y'all
my
sell
best.
residential, or you sell to consumers, or sell wholesale?
Yeah, we sell to Walmart, CVS. We opened in 2011, and these past few years have improved crazy. But uh, last year was probably our weakest year. You know, this year has been a little bit of a turnaround. But yeah, we're in multiple states. We're in Rhode Island. We're in Boston. But even them, they have no idea. I try to educate them as well, but it's like, who's gonna listen to the guy that hasn't done anything great yet? You know what I mean? It's like, this, but even though they're dabbling, but that's how you start. Like my sister's husband, I tell him all the time, like this is what I give people for their birthdays now. Books. I gave them the Bitcoin Standard, and I realized, like, man, it's all there. If you're
That's
not
right.
lazy, I've listened to more audiobooks last year than I read in my life, and that's
Yeah.
how I learned, like, hey man, we
Well,
all can
let me
invest.
ask you, Daniel, were you a good student?
um I was a decent student. I would say a decent student. To be honest with you, I had to hit rock bottom to
Tell
actually
me,
start paying attention.
yeah, tell me, most people do, dude. It, see, that's just the truth. See, yeah, most
Right,
people go, oh, that's just for addiction.
right,
Bro,
right,
everybody's got to hit the wall to find out who
for
they are.
sure,
This is why I
for
tell
sure.
everybody, leave your home at 17, 18 years old. Get
That's
the
right.
hell out of your county, the parish you're in. Like, do not bring your girlfriend, your boyfriend, or anybody else. If you got a twin brother, don't bring them, dude. Go somewhere and become your own being. This
Right,
is why Grant and I are so different, man. You look at him and look at me like, okay, we look alike? Dude, we couldn't be. Like, we are so different, but like we did this. Our
right,
lives were massively changed.
right.
So I'm going to bet that you have learned more. What did you study in school? High school, college?
I did a culinary school. I did
Yeah.
culinary school.
Oh, that's cool. Okay,
Yeah,
so you went to high school and then you did some culinary work. But
correct.
have you learned more about the world by studying Bitcoin than you did in school?
In the last 4 years,
Unbelievable.
I'm baffled. I'm like, what is going on here? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
crazy.
bro. I have actually come to the view that Bitcoin is not complicated. Now,
No,
I think a lot of people have complicated how you position Bitcoin. What's complicated is to start to realize, however old you are, you know nothing about how the real world works.
right,
And that is the confront that most people are like, oh, it's taken my brother because he's holding on to that paradigm, right? That paradigm of real estate. Now he's finally going, whoa, man, I finally understand what you mean about location, location, location. I'm like, dude, Bitcoin is the perfect location without any location.
that's right.
It is prime real estate
That's
without
right.
any location. Anytime anyone wants to do something to that location, you say, I'm out. Bye.
That's
Bye.
correct.
See you later, alligator. You can't do that in Manhattan.
Anywhere,
Okay.
anywhere.
There isn't anyone in Manhattan that can predict what the cost of that real estate is going to be next year because they don't know what the tax rules are going to be. If they're broke, they're broke. They're going to have to raise it from someone. Who they're going to do? They're going to raise it from the people who have baggage on the ground they can't move. It's called real estate or a big business, right? So and we're seeing this, man. We are seeing a migration from poor operating environments, cities, states, to we're seeing the same thing in America that we're seeing across the world right now. Migration is not stoppable. Your ancestry before you came here. Y'all weren't born here. You were born somewhere else.
I mean,
100
I'm
years.
Colombian.
Yeah,
I
exactly. Okay.
migrated over here too.
Yeah, exactly. And you migrated here because there were more opportunity here than there was there.
That's
And
right.
that's migration. You don't stop that ever. Humans have been trying to survive forever. We're always going to go where there's the densest food, densest resources possible.
Right.
Like, I mean, we're not going to move to Africa and say, hey, let's go build an agricultural. Like, that's not happening, right?
That's correct.
So, dude, it's really good to have you here. I'm glad you're into Bitcoin. I really support what you're doing. I think you're going to be 5 years from now, you're going to be a legend in your family. And just like, they probably don't know a lot of things about, I don't know anything about ice cream, dude. So like, you're not going to get me interested in ice cream. So when I hear families say, hey, I can't get my families involved in it, like, your job is not to get your family involved in it. Your job is to buy as much of the shit as you can, bro.
That's right.
Knock off the Starbucks and the whiskey, and just every $30, $300, $1,000, whatever you can do.
Right.
You are in good company. Okay. Like I ain't going anywhere, dude. And I am extremely allocated. And if I would have been doing this at your age, I would have loaded up on this motherfucker. It's just a once in a lifetime opportunity. And I use that serious language because you're probably 32 years old. You would have to work for another 30 or 40 years at 80 hours a week, which, by the way, I think most people should be working 60 to 80.
Right. Right.
What else are you going to do? Dude? Go home.
Right.
Your wife doesn't want to hang around with you that long, right?
I leave here and go hit a side job. I need money for Bitcoin. Whatever it is, I'll do a landscaping job. I'll do a dock I did recently. Whatever it is, I'm doing it. And if I have to pull up YouTube to learn how to do it, that's what I'm doing. You know what I mean? We have everything right here in front of us to learn. It's crazy. Yep. I just did Jordan Peterson's Harvard his whole semester. Like, what? That's available to us. And people are out here watching the Real Housewives of Wichita or whatever it is right now. You know
Daniel,
what I mean?
What did that cost you to go to that
Nothing.
program?
Time, my time. That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's available to us right here if you want it. But everybody is so distracted by the BS, all this politics stuff. Like, and I'm like, man, it all comes down to the money. That's all. These people don't care about us. These people don't care. What? Like, when I look at what happened to Venezuela, I had to teach my mom, like, Mom, Venezuela was the third richest country in 92. By 07, by 97, the second largest purchaser of Ford F-150s. By 2001, they went with the socialist, whatever, I think Chavez. And that country didn't even last a decade. Collapsed. And I'm like, yo, that's exactly what's happening here. And we have an out. We have a way to protect ourselves, and people don't see it.
Yeah.
It's insane, man.
Yeah. Well, listen, buddy, good chatting with you. Really good to meet you. I've met 2 new people today.
Same.
Face to face. Thank you so much.
Same, man.
I look at everyone now where maybe in earlier years, thank you for being here. I look at everyone today as, hey, this person's a gift to me. Whereas 30 years ago, I would have been scared of anybody I didn't know, didn't see. Oh, he's got a red hat that's backwards and he's wearing a beard. And he's in his car. And, dude, who cares, dude?
Yeah,
who cares, right? We're just all regular old people.
That's right.
It dawned on me, to the audience, it dawned on me about a year into Bitcoin that what a great job Bitcoin does at basically cutting through any kind of religious bullshit or ethnic or judgments. The more Bitcoin I have, the nicer person I become. It's the weirdest freaking thing, dude.
Yo, that's so true.
Can't explain it, but and by the way, there's not one penny of value cooked into Bitcoin based on me becoming a nicer person. Like, I don't think so. You and I met each other, not a penny of value in Bitcoin. Nobody talks about the community. I would not be here, dude. There is no chance I would be here today
Right.
if it weren't for Bitcoin. We would not be talking about energy. I'm not going on a podcast to talk about natural gas or electricity or payments. There's
Right.
something else going on here that is really, really, really impressive. So thanks a lot for coming.
Thanks,
Good to have
Gary.
you, buddy. I'm going to pop you out of the room, and
All
we're
right.
gonna probably have it. Thank you so much.
I'll
Okay,
be
you guys
listening,
follow
man.
this cat. Okay, look at this cat. He's a hustler, man.
Hey,
He's
man, follow me. Love that.
yeah. Y'all follow Daniel. He's a good guy. Thanks, Daniel, for coming in.